What to do, YouTube? And this is my final build video. The top 5 centers in NBA 2K21. I know it's just power forward, but power forwards are more like centers. You don't see a lot of centers. And it just feels right at the top of the video, centers. I'm sorry, y'all. I clickbaited y'all, but big man in the title card doesn't seem cool. So let's get right into it. What the? Okay, let's get right into it. Alright, the first build here is gonna surprise some people, and it's the red and blue. Now, my last build in the lock video, I had this at number 2, but now in my top 5, I have it 5 because I just really, it's really interesting build. I think so. Obviously, you're not max out your defense. You are gonna be the big man on this team. This is a screen-setting lob threat build, kind of, and you can build this build in very typical way. What I'm saying is a lot of ways. Go there. You can add a 3-point shot to this build, which is pretty interesting. But I'm gonna upgrade. I'm just gonna finish out the finishing here, and you get your 25 finishing. And let me just put this down a little bit. Boom, you get 25 finishing and 23 defensive. And then I'll just put the rest on playmaking. You get 4 playmaking, which you can get quick step and bronze bailout. Now, personally, you can build this build differently. How I did it. You can add a 3-point shot. You can take a little bit off the finishing. You can take maybe a little off defensive. I think you can take a few off finishing. And take these playmaking attributes I put on it. I put it on shooting. And personally, I think it's kind of hard to get the height here, but I'm just gonna go 6'11" for now. You could go shorter if you have 3 ball, or then go like 6'10", 6'9", 6'8", around that height. But 63 speed, I mean, it's but you still have 60 speed, which is okay for a center. It's okay. You're not gonna be guarding ball. You're just gonna be helping on screens or hedging. Your defensive attributes, just not like steal, perimeter defense, of course. That's obviously gonna be low. You're a center. But rest is pretty good. Your passing accuracy is not that bad, so when you're doing full court fucking chucks to your teammate across the court, he'll get it. And then your finishing, you could honestly not make 6'11", because look at the driving dunk. You lose contact dunks, so yeah, you lose contact dunks. And let me just go here, max wingspan. And I recommend do not choose rim. Rim takeover is really possibly one of the worst takeovers in NBA 2K21 and previous years as well. Go glass, trust me. You can see where the ball is. It'll help out your team a lot. Okay, at number 4, I have a really popular build last year. It's the interior finisher. When I mean popular, I mean rep grinding. This was a rep grinding build last year, and honestly, if you had this build last year, you probably had a lot of fun. So obviously, you maxed out the finishing in this build. But also take post hook off. You take a little bit of driving layup off, and you still have 30. And then you look at your defense. Your defense on this build is kind of sus. That's why I don't kind of like it. But I am ranking it at 4 in my list, in my opinion. You only get 13, which is kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough, especially as a center. You only have a 70 rebound compared to all the pure reds and like the red and greens out in the world. But obviously, you can have a 3-point shot to this build, and you can get 6 shooting badges. And with that 3-point shot, it could be doable. So, and then you go solid, and then you go 6'9" to stay at 6'9". You can also go max wing. You want to be a unit out there, and you go max wingspan. Now, off surface, you still get your contact dunks. You are so really good offensively. Defensively, you get a little bit better. You're not that bad. It's just you get high overall. Your main like big man defensive attributes go up to the 80s. And your 3-point shot honestly isn't bad with 6 shooting badges. You can get rating center and catch a shoot, or core specialist and catch a shoot. You can get those, so you kind of maybe can space out the floor. And I know it might be hard for people to time their jump shot. So yeah, but honestly, if the rep grinding is if lobs are a big thing again, this build wouldn't be too bad, man. You would help out your teammates a lot for rep. And then takeover, go slashing takeover. Your interior force, go slashing. Okay, at number 3, I had number 1 last video. It's the red and the green one. This one I thought I was gonna make coming into the demo, but when I really analyze it, there's another 2 builds I think will be better than this one. So obviously upgrade your shooting. It's one of the better shooting centers in the game, and if you're a popping center, you definitely get other Hall of Fame batters, which is an advantage for centers. And then you take a little bit of steel. I always take steel off. Oh, I'm actually dumb. My bad. Don't take rebound off. I just take a little steel off, honestly. And then you can't. Ooh, you can't. My bad. You can take off shooting. Okay, bad. And then you upgrade your finishing over here. And you actually get 7 finishing batters, which isn't bad. And then I think let me just investigate. Don't go 610. I think. No, you go. I think you go 6-8 on this build right here. 6-8. Oh no. Yeah, 6-8 here. You get 70 speed. Your 3-point shot's still 70. Your finishing is pretty good, and your defensive attributes, my bad, are pretty good too. You're not that slow of a center at 6-8. I think 6-8s or 6-9s are pretty. No, am I dumb? Yeah, 6-8 centers, man, might be a really new trend in NBA 2K20 because 6-8. Last year was 6-9, 6-8, man. We're getting smaller centers by the year. And it's really interesting, man. But this build is not that bad. You get Hall of Fame shooting batters and popping centers. This is your build. And takeover. I mean, you could choose sharp takeover, man. If you want to have a little fun, but I recommend taking glass take. Okay. At number 2, this build, man, might be a really dominant build. It was a dominant build last year. It's the pure red, man. The pure red this year, man, looks really like a comp build. You will see a lot of comp people on the stage running this build. Obviously, you're pure red. You get 30 defensive batters, which helps out so much, people. Helps out your teammates. I recommend just taking off steel. Actually, no, keep steel on. Bring it down to around there. And then boom. So you have 64 steel, but I mean you could bring these up. You can keep 1, so I just kept steel, and you still have really good attributes. And if you're one of those centers that like to switch onto guards and like need that quickness, I just play 3 up, honestly, but you can also try to get the quickness. Go back to finish up here. You go. Actually, no, you don't max it out. Actually, you do. Boom, 18. And you have 104. And you can add a 3-point shot to this guy. Boom. You have 6 shooting batters on a pure red. 6. And look at the finishing. You can get contact dunks too. And you're a great rebounder and a great defensive player. I just added, actually, you can even add back some of that. Boom. I think, yeah, you can kind of do this, man. You can kind of do this, kind of like share the attributes. Now you're all at 57, so now you're solid. Now you go 6-8. Look at 6-8. You have 80 speed as a 6-8 pure red. 6-8. That's insane, man. That's insane, man. Your shooting goes up, your diamond dunk goes up, and then you go obviously the heaviest weight. That's just obvious. And you go max wingspan. And look at it defensively, man. Defensively, this is a really good build. Actually, let me go back. Sorry guys. Let me go back here. Boom. 6'8". You know, max weight. Go max wingspan. Look at this build defensively. It's really good. You're not that slow. You're 60. You're kind of slow, but you're center. Block and rebounding is amazing. Interior defense is pretty good. You have a 53 open shot 30 with 6 shooting batters. You can get contact dunks off rip and standing dunk, and you have 77 speed. This build, man, might be really good, and it's probably the most compact build in this game, in my opinion. If you can master shooting with a 53 ball with 6 shooting batters, you will dominate in 2K21. Dominate, trust me. And for takeover, you obviously choose glass take. And the last build, personally, my favorite center and my center build in NBA 2K21 is the last one right here. The second most red and some green. This build, man, looks pretty interesting. Now, my last video I had mostly the red and green, but this one I have mostly red and then some green. This is a newer pie chart in the game, the newest pie chart in the game, actually. Take off some steel, and it's actually really interesting. I like to see more pie charts added, my bad. Like that, like maybe a lot of orange but some green, or like a lot of orange and some blue, kind of like that. So you go over your finishing here, and not finishing, my bad. I meant shooting, because you are a shooting center. You actually have a good 3-ball, and then you over here to your dunking, finishing. You have 5 finishing matters, which isn't that bad, but you have 18 shooting matters, which one less than the previous build. And defensively, you look pretty well rounded, not gonna lie. And finishing, you have 5. So now you go 6'10". I know 6'10". You'll be kinda taller than some of those the players. You could go lower if you want to get extra speed. But I want to make this guy 6'10". You know what I'm saying? Defensively, he's okay. And then speed, he has 62 speed, which is okay, honestly. The 3-ball is 65, which is doable with 18 shooting matters. You still get standing dunks. Defensively, you're pretty good. You're not that good at speed, but stealing is okay. And then obviously your big man attributes on defensive end's pretty good. But this is for like a build that if you can't shoot with the pure red, and you really need like a kind of like a, and you're not like good at like inside centers that can't shoot, this build wouldn't be that too bad. You can sit in the corner, you can set screens, roll, pick and pop. I like the versatility of this build. You can't shoot sharp take on this build, sadly, but obviously glass takeover I think is the best for big man, not rim takeover. But anyways, that is the end of the video. That's my top 5 centers in NBA 2K21. My opinion. Obviously, all these builds are pretty good. They're really good. And I'm sorry for the music in the background, man. I can't turn it off. Like, motherfucker, why can I not turn the music? I'm gonna get copyrighted to the Stone Age, okay? But anyways, guys, I hope you're all enjoying the day. Leave a like, leave a comment of what build you're making in NBA 2K21. I'm kind of interested. I'll see y'all later.